Hi, this is Melissa with the Meta ProgressBook support team. I'm recording this video on Monday, July 25th. We will install the 22.0 release on Tuesday, July 26th at 11:30 p.m. And this video contains the release highlights. First thing I want to touch on, when you're logged into DASL or Student Information or Gradebook, SPS or data map, and you go to the documentation, you're now in the new Learning Center. And to get to the Learning Center, you must be logged in to ProgressBook. And if I click on Student Information, it will bring up, we can get release notes, we can get procedural checklists. So the procedural checklists are I want to go to the GPA step by step, I want to go to the honor roll step by step. If you wanted the actual end user guides, those just start here. Ad hoc updates, user guide, assessment guide, etc. So if you have questions about this new Learning Center, feel free to shoot us a ticket. Next thing I want to talk about, a big change or a big update, is grad points. So I'm in my fake district, fake kids, and I'm going to pull up this senior Dan Armstrong, and I'm going to go to his grad points page. So I type grad points in the cheater. If I go to his grad points summary, in the 21.3 release, we got part of the grad plan. So when you clicked this grad plan icon, you got part of the grad plan, and that was all detailed in the video. The grad plan has not changed, so the functionality or the things that work on the grad plan printout are still the same. However, they've implemented more changes that will eventually go to the grad plan. So this is actually ODE's grad plan. This is their template that Frontline has copied into DASL. So if I go to grad point summary, if I click breadcrumb back to grad points and go to student exemption requirement, here's where quite a bit of changes have been made for 22.0 release that we're installing on Tuesday the 26th. One of the biggest is this grad plans details section. So here's where you're going to be able to update all this information, like the basic. It includes the dates the grad plan was updated for each year, your FAFSA application date, a link to it. It also career interest field, and you can select as many as you want. So I want manufacturing, I want science. Anytime you update, anytime you want to save, you must click update exemption. So think of this as your save button. You can take these off. All right, next section, post high school goals. So this is free form field. You can type 250 characters in each box. The box on the left is for the goal. The box on the right is the support needed to achieve the goal. If you made a mistake, like I typed in here earlier, type text here, blah, 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 blah. And I hit update, and if these are a mistake, you can trash can that, and then they're gone. So if I go back into the details section, we've also got the pre-apprenticeship, and students participating must provide at least one employer contact name, phone number, email, company name. So when you click this plus sign, you get all those fields to enter in. In work-based learning, multiple experiences can be recorded. You click the plus and you choose the date earned and how many hours, and remember, click update exemptions. So if I say today's date and hours for, I'm just making this up, and I update exemptions, again, if that is incorrect, you can trash can this. Right, the how means job seals. You can enter names of mentors, and they are free form text fields. Military enlistment, there is a checkbox for required for the required documentation, and then the date, you can enter the date. So if I do today's the date, update exemptions. So we have all of this now on the grad exemptions page. Remember, click update exemptions. What is not ready yet, so everything that I just showed you is not going to come out on the plan yet. So that is still a work in progress. Once Frontline has the grad plan operational, where it pulls all the data in that new section, that new top section, the details for basic information, then we will hold a training, an in-person training that will cover the grad points plan and summary. If you're unable to make that training on the date that we've scheduled it, then we'll also have videos too. So don't fear that you'll miss out on that. Again, that date of that training will be in the future once Frontline has completed the grad plan. All right, I'm going to keep moving. One of the big things in the last release, 21.3, was the seals. You no longer put the membership codes in the seals, for the seals. If you're not familiar with that, please go back and watch that 21.3 release. So at the time of the 21.3 release, the only way to update these seals was one kit at a time. Well, now they have implemented an import. So you can import seals and some of these exemptions. So if you go and type exemption, there is that graduation exemptions import. And this is a CSV. So you're going to create your own CSV, and there is a template in that actual learning center. So remember, you click the question mark, it brings you to the learning center. For student information, we're going to go into this quick reference. And in this quick reference, in the template section, there's this graduation exemptions import template. And depending on what browser you use, it might open on the screen or you might have to download it. So these first 3 columns are required. You need the ID, the last name, and the first name. But if your spreadsheet is only updating military enlistment seals, or this spreadsheet is only updating the college credit plus checkbox, then you only need those 2 columns. So you don't need to fill in every column. You don't need every column in your spreadsheet. These 3 are required anytime you update anything. Again, if you have questions about this, please send us a ticket. The release notes detail important information. So I'm in the Learning Center under Student Information, Release Notes, and I want the 22.0 release notes. And I open them. There is a page here that details all the things you can import using this new exemptions import and what valid values are. And there's a note here for the seals. If you put R in that spreadsheet for the seals, it is going to clear both checkbox for planned, to earn, and earned. So please read over these release notes and ask if you have questions. So the next thing we're going to talk about, there are 3 new reports in the Analytics Hub. And so remember, the Analytics Hub is this paper icon here. So there are 3 reports. 2 are in eligibility, and they are earned grad seals by student and plans to earn seals by student. Also, if you go into, I believe it's the EMIS folder, there is a new report, Period S Core Summary. There it is, period S core summary. So those 3 reports are new in the Analytics Hub. All right, moving on. Couple of bug fixes to talk about. These may or may not impact you, so I'm going to go fast and you can always refer to the release notes. The EMIS import for SPS, if you're using SPS still, is all the R, M, C, and S are now included in the extract, and they weren't before. SSID export is now displaying kids who don't have an SSID, and the warning messages will now appear. They weren't before. And for FY23, that's the 22-23 school year, there are 5 new codes that appear for the Okta. Period G, if you're an EMIS coordinator, the ALT assessments now are included in the transfer. Another one for EMIS coordinators, period S, the special ed records now return correct results. Grad plan, we talked about that. And medical alerts and private notes. So in student information or DASL, you can type in a medical alert or private note, and now they accept up to 1,000 characters. Okay, the final thing I want to talk about, and this is for our users that handle security in DASL. So if you go to view account, and if you look up a user, so I'm going to look up a user at my fake district. If you notice this ITC-LC, you cannot check it, and that is by design. Only ITC staff can enable that checkbox, and it should not be marked for any district user. Again, we're going to install this release on Tuesday, July 26th at 11:30 p.m. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send us a ticket. Hopefully you're enjoying your summer.